Hi guys, Steve Davis here, Stillwater Woodcraft. Thought today we'd continue on setting some blind snares using brass wire as our snare material. So for this setup, we're going to target some squirrels. Now, squirrels around here are quite numerous. They're reasonably easy to catch. So, on a weekend trek or whatever, you can snare 3 or 4 of them with a little bit of work, and that's enough to eat on all weekend. So it's a good thing to start snaring. That way you can get some practice in, whatnot. It's just fun to do. Be sure of your game laws though. You don't want the rabbit cop getting you. So on this setup, what we're going to do is called the leaning pole. And we found this a big white oak here, okay, and it's got tons of squirrel traffic around the bottom of it and stuff. You can tell they ring this tree up and down it. There's claw marks all over the bark. What we're going to do is find us a pretty stout piece of wood, the size of our forearm at least. You want this to be something that'll be good and solid, that a squirrel will want to run up and down. Length doesn't really matter. Angle, I found, about a 45 degrees they seem to like the best. We're just going to kind of plant one end in and lean it against the tree. Now what this is going to do is squirrels, if you observe squirrels a lot, they like to run on logs and stuff. And anything like this, if they're running around this tree up and down, they're going to take us back and forth. So we're going to set us some snares on this to snare us one. Alright, we got our pole leaned up against our tree here. We're just going to take our wire snare, made the same way that we looked at in the first snaring video. If you haven't watched that, you're going to have to go back and watch it to see how I twist these snares. Kind of a sneaky way to force you to watch my videos, I guess. So what we're going to do is set our snares on this, so as they go up and down this, we have a chance to get them. And what we're going to do with this wire, since it is stiff, we can form it, is we're going to set these. I'm going to set one up here on the top. I'm going to wire it off. I'm just going to form it here. So the height of this will catch a squirrel about chest level. The top of the loop will go over his head, and as he's going up and down, he'll step through, or put his head in, hopefully not step through, and we'll snare him. And one handy thing about squirrels, is they move pretty quick up and down, so a lot of times they'll get snared before they know they're snared, and that'll work out for you. So what we're going to do is not just set one on this, we're probably going to set another one down here at the bottom, and maybe one cocked off to the side, because they don't always travel the top, but most of the time, when you're out deer hunting, you see tons of squirrels. Just observe how they travel on stuff, and that'll give you an idea to where to set your snares. But up and down this thing, a couple different snare sets. And the nice thing about this is, once they get snared, a lot of times they will fall and hang, leaving your other snare loops still in operation. It's not unheard of to catch two to three squirrels on one of these on a mid-morning when the squirrels are out and about doing their thing. And that's another nice thing about this, is if you snare them and they're hanging, they don't have anything to fight your snare against, possibly tearing the snare up or getting loose. So this is just a real simple setup that I personally have found works really well. These logs, when you set these up, if this is you got a tract of woods that you're in often, leave these up there, because they'll get used to traveling these, and nothing happens for a month at a time, and then all of a sudden you're on a week trek, there's a couple snares, they don't think nothing about coming right down it, because they've traveled it 50 times, and then now you got you a nice squirrel supper. So leave these up. You know, they don't hurt anything. It's just stuck in the ground. You don't need any kind of cordage to tie it to a tree. So real simple setup. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been Steve Davis, Stillwater Woodcraft. Go set some leaning pole snares up. We'll see you on the next one.